Zhang has adapted a very, very long story into a shorter version. We joked about calling it Shortcut to the West. It's a journey to enlightenment and all the troubles you come across along the way. Monkey is an obnoxious little character who basically wants to be immortal, he wants to be a god, and he tries to take the shortcut route to that, and he ends up upsetting the gods at the peach banquet, and as punishment Buddha banishes him to the centre of a mountain where he basically remains for 500 years. He's released by Tripitaka and Guan Yin, Buddha's messenger, but he has to agree to escort Tripitaka to the west. And along the way he picks up Sandy, the river demon, and Pigsy, who have both done similar things to upset the Buddha and have been punished, and they're all given the chance to sort of redeem themselves. It's anyone's life story. It's about, you know, when you reach the end of your life, are you a better person? Have you learned something?
It's King Arthur in that sense.
It can be like
the Wizard of Oz. You know, it's all these kind of stories of a long journey which somehow kind of shifts your whole outlook. We've kind of taken the thing and created an abstract of it, really. I think it's there to kind of create this strange feeling about the modern world. You know, the record is meant to be slightly disorientated about things we take for granted.
We went to Hong Kong first, where we met Zhang in a restaurant on like the 50th floor of this skyscraper.
Very stormy night.
Overlooking the bay in Hong Kong, thunderstorm, rain, and he was sat on this armchair, all dressed in black, with his shades on, looking like the Chinese mafia. And we had a big night out with him. That we stayed up all night, and then we got in a minibus with him and drove over the border into China. And then we spent 2 weeks just having an incredible time. By the end of it, we really liked him, didn't we? We thought he was really cool and we could work with him. So that was the catalyst, I suppose, that started it all. And then a second trip to China.
Just really trying to get our head round what it was we were embarking on, trying to sort of get some kind of glimpse of the Chinese psyche, and I think in doing so we realised that it was a mesmerising place. All we could do was really just sort of react to that experience. And I made the decision that it had to be all in Mandarin, which is a good decision, which was hopefully really the right decision.
Well, we're all going to have to learn to speak Mandarin soon anyway, so I think it's a very good decision. And so we came back and then got started, really.
To feel comfortable with playing in a sort of composing in a Chinese idiom, I use the Chinese 5-point star and the pentatonic scale as my kind of models, and use the kind of image of the star rotating to work with the notes from the pentatonic scale. So I moved stuff around and created sort of number squares where you could sort of write within the kind of restrictions of the pentatonic. Not all the time, but that definitely was a great help. And it was always kind of wonderful to see what happened when you put the notes through the equation. It's a learning process. I mean, when I finished it, and even up to the Royal Opera House, I changed some stuff, and when we do it again in the autumn, I'm going to change a bit more. I think it constantly needs updating, because it is a work in progress, and I've been learning all the way through about form, and all those really important things when you're going to do something that's going to last. So, yeah, but I kind of like that the adventure of doing something in that way. It's sort of, it's definitely interesting. I approached it in a very different way. I wasn't necessarily trying to tell a story. I was just trying to create an atmosphere,
I like the Volcano Soldier song, but the more singing. It's kind of to me that's like a warning.
Yeah,
that's like a distant echo of something very, very huge.
Well, it's kind of like ghost walking, isn't it? There's quite a lot of ghosts on the record. It tried to evoke sort of apparitions of the past, and then sort of balance that with some very bright, optimistic sounds.
But there are moments of fear and loathing.
It's a lot more electronic. There's no sort of sense of the voices being sung from the stage. They're very much connected sonically to the sort of psychology of the record. They're still the characters, but they've been removed from that world and all placed like in a kind of sort of mad room, which is sort of got images flying from Maoist China and modern China and ancient rural China, and cars nearly hitting you, and sort of drunken episodes, and frogs being crazy buildings, and pollution, and open the windows in the morning and there's another skyscraper that's just been built overnight. All that kind of, but the wonderful equilibrium that the traditional society kind of brings to your life if you follow it, but also the sort of complete foreignness of it. It's another world. The sun rises in another day for them almost. It's a different day, different world, and that's what I tried to put into a record.
I want to create the idea that there is this monkey film that we made, but it looks like it's from the 70s and it was probably made in China, and the Monkey Bee video is like an extract from that film. I'd like to make a film for every single piece of music, but it's not possible.
The thing is, seeing what you've done on it so far, it really just works. A treat. It works as well as anything we did with Gorillaz. The content is very different from both of us. I think the spirit of why we work together is very apparent in the finished piece.
I think what we've learned from this is that we can actually try anything next. It doesn't really matter. We can try our hand at anything, and it's just about sort of learning a bit about the medium you're going to work in, immersing yourself in the idea, and then having ideas. And we have plenty of ideas, so it's good. It's a good partnership.